Oh, I gotta turn the volume down. I forgot. Man, hurry up and find me someone already. Currently unavailable. Bullshit. Better find me an opponent. Here we go. Pot Meg. Oh, why'd you decline? Well, that was easy.
What up?
Oh shit, I forgot I had that on. Oh hey, it's Flip. Alright, there we go. Oh man, look at all that high damage I'm doing right now.
should fear nature.
That sounds terrifying.
Dang, Scarecrow, you ugly. Ah, you ruined my garden. I remember I used to run into more Scarecrow players. Wonder where they all went. Whew. Wait, is he? Oh, okay. Dang, ninjas. Oh yeah, knee strike for the win. That was fun. Whoa, that looks so weird. Damn, I keep picking loadouts with terrible damage. Oh, never mind then.
You won't survive me.
Oh, the armor.
Your incompetence leaves me cold.
Now that was fun. Good game. And you have a good evening or morning, whatever. Okay, let's see what crazy comments you left this time. Seeing MK11 gameplay, like just in general or before or after the game came out, because I've been keeping up with gameplay on MK11 since when it was still in its beta and after it was released. And I gotta say, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm just hesitating on getting it because I already know like at some point after they release all DLC for the game, they're gonna make some kind of updated edition, like with MKXL, Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, Injustice 1 Ultimate Edition, and so pretty much what they've been doing ever since MK9, where they would make some kind of updated edition, whatever they decide to call it, with all DLC released. Yeah, the gameplay definitely looks very good. Also, that whole thing about turtles shouldn't be able to be in bars, I don't know. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember, I think, were they even actually teenagers in the comics? Because I think in the comics, Okay, I don't know about all the comic adaptations of the Ninja Turtles, but I think there were some where they were actually adults. Also, I had a feeling someone was gonna ask me about the gameplay or ask me about MK11 the moment I started this live stream. I said to myself it was either gonna be someone asking me about MK11 or Avengers Endgame.
Here's your chance. Kill me. You asked for it.
Well, I figured you would flip. That's why I said anyone asking about MK11. I figured someone was gonna ask about it. Makes me wonder how long until, because they said Shang Tsung is gonna be the first DLC character, so I'm wondering how long it's gonna be until he's released. Probably sometime next month. Also, I saw what was supposed to be the final trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I gotta say, considering all the shit Godzilla has to go through in that movie, and let's see, what was I saying? Is this thing done charging? Nope. What was I saying? Oh yeah, seeing the kind of competition Godzilla has in King of the Monsters. I kept saying before that when King of the Monsters comes out, I was going to be rooting for when Godzilla vs. Kong comes out next year in 2020, that I was going to be rooting for Kong all the way. But now, I'm not really liking Kong's chances so much. Like for Godzilla to be going up against King Ghidorah, as powerful as King Ghidorah looks, and I think he's probably gonna clash with Mothra and Rodan too. But in the trailer, it shows those two also attacking King Ghidorah, so the three of them are probably gonna team up again against Ghidorah, which wouldn't be a surprise, but probably be very epic. But like I said, or I was about to say, considering what King Ghidorah by himself has to offer, let alone any other monsters Godzilla fights in King of the Monsters, it makes me wonder what Kong is going to do to be able to go up against Godzilla at this point. Because at this point, it's going to take a lot more than Kong like getting bigger and being close to Godzilla, or close to Godzilla in height, if not the exact same height. I know some people have joked about Kong saying he's gonna win because he has opposable thumbs, which I find funny. But like I said, it's gonna take a lot more than just being bigger and close to Godzilla in height to win.
Death to Atlantis' allies. I don't fear death.
Death to whose allies? So maybe I'm thinking for Kong, when he and Godzilla clash in 2020, yeah, but like I said, I feel like it's gonna take more than that. Well, it's like for anyone who's seen Kong Skull Island, I've seen that Kong can definitely fight very well. Like even against opponents who are similar, if not superior to him in speed and some kind of like agility or whatever. Ultra Instinct. Because I remember in the original King Kong versus Godzilla back in... Okay, actually, I cannot remember the exact year that came out. Actually, let me look it up. Let's see. King Kong vs. Godzilla is a 1962. Oh, right. Godzilla versus... No. The original Godzilla was 1954, not 64. The original Godzilla was 1954. King Kong vs. Godzilla 1962. Japanese science fiction crossover kaiju film featuring King Kong Godzilla, produced and distributed by Toho. First of two Japanese produced films featuring King Kong. The third film in the Godzilla franchise. It is the first time both characters appeared on film in color and widescreen, with Shoichi Hirose as King Kong and Haru Nakajima as Godzilla. Haru Nakajima played Godzilla before in the first two Godzilla films. Hey, a painting done by Willis O'Brien for the proposed King Kong meets Frankenstein. This project evolved into King Kong vs. Godzilla, with Godzilla replacing the Frankenstein giant as Godzilla's opponent. A Shinto priest performs a purification ceremony prior to the start of filming. Oh yeah, the Japanese back then, I don't know about today, but back then they definitely had some interesting ways or interesting ceremonies they would do before filming. And here is a page for Godzilla vs. Kong coming next year. The film will be the 36th film in the Godzilla franchise. I thought Godzilla franchise had more movies than that. Oh well. The 36th film in the Godzilla franchise, the 9th film in the King Kong franchise, and the 4th Godzilla film to be completely produced by a Hollywood studio. And it will be the 4th film in Legendary's Monsterverse, as a sequel to Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019, Kong Skull Island 2017. Premise: in a time when monsters walk the earth, humanity's fight for its future sets Godzilla and Kong on a collision course that will see the two most powerful forces of nature on the planet collide in a spectacular battle for the ages. As Monarch embarks on a perilous mission into uncharted terrain and unearth clues to the Titan's origins, a human conspiracy threatens to wipe out the creatures, both good and bad, from the face of the earth forever. That almost sounds like a similar premise I read for Godzilla King of the Monsters. Let's see. Wingard, the director, expressed his desire for the film to have a definite winner, stating, "I want there to be a winner. The original film was very fun, but you feel a little let down that the movie doesn't take a definitive stance. People are still debating now who won in that original movie, you know. So I don't want people to walk away from this film feeling like, no, I do want people to walk away from this film feeling like, okay, there is a winner." Wingard also confirmed that the film will tie in with Godzilla King of the Monsters, be set in modern times, and feature a more rugged, a bit more aged Kong. Interesting. So basically, they're just gonna have an older King Kong, because they said, I remember reading online how Kong was essentially a teenager in his late teens, like the equivalent of a human is 17 or 18 in Kong Skull Island, whereas by the time of Godzilla vs. Kong, he's probably going to be like maybe a middle, something equal to a middle-aged or full-grown adult. Okay, let's see. 3 reversals. That's going to be hard to do. Connect 3 throws. I'll do that online. It's like, regardless of who wins, just as long as they make the fight good. But I really do hope that it doesn't end with either of those two dying. Actually, that's something almost every time there's a debate about who could beat who or who will beat who in whatever kind of fight. People always talk about, but this character could kill that character easily. And I'm like, why does everyone act like a fight has to end in death? It's like a fight can end a number of ways, through knockout, submission, through surrender, or through an outside party interfering for whatever reason. Flip, I will fight you on this if I have to. I will find out where you live and fight you for that. Talking about you hope the Zilla wins. You know, I'm surprised there's actually not a small amount of people who will be rooting for Kong. It's actually about evenly divided between Godzilla fans and King Kong fans as to who hopes who would win. Of course, the thing that sucks about it is that like a person who's a fan of Godzilla could say they hope Godzilla wins and they'll be fine with it. Like that, others would agree. But the funny thing is that the moment, like the exact moment that anyone goes online and says they hope that Kong wins, that person will immediately get attacked. People will just be super hostile. Man, Black Manta is still just as popular as the day he was released. Black Manta over here looking like a Power Ranger villain. I can almost imagine like a sort of like Power Rangers aquatic thing. Power Rangers Aqua Force, that's what it would be called. Damn, where's my defense?
There's no hope for you.
Stop it.
I'm unimpressed thus far. I'll bleed you out slowly.
Damn Red Lanterns and their bullshit rings. Man, give me a ring. Let me be the leader of a Lantern Corps. My Lantern Corps will be the type that thrives on just saying the stupidest stuff and annoying people. Swamp Thing, you suck.
If you resist, you'll suffer.
Dang, low tier grapplers. Oh, stop it.
Fear every blade of grass. I'm not the victim here.
Man, over here getting my ass whooped when I could be at home chilling in the swamp. Damn. Dang, Black Manta, you mean. Hush. Did they leave? Also, hello, Diamond Bar. Nice to meet you. Oh, hey, welcome back. Stop it.
Enjoy your last moments, worm. Choke on a harpoon.
Good game. Jeez, I picked Zona like Dark Side, and yet I still did terrible. Definitely my best was with Swamp Thing. Funny how I always talk shit about Swamp Thing, saying how calling him the worst or calling him a low tier grappler, but well, of course I put more time and effort in him compared to everyone else. But yeah, I don't remember Diamond Bars with my channel before. Must have been like a very long time ago.
I'm alright, and you?
Talking to me?
What?
Oh, I thought you was talking to me.
I don't get it. Talk slower, please.
What are you talking about? I am talking slow.
Good game. Very good.
Nice zoning. Oh shit!
You are in danger.
Ah, I should have blocked.
Voices are not impressed.
Okay, I'm gonna try hard now, right now. Try hard, try hard.
I gotta say, this is like the first Harley Quinn I've played that's actually fun. Oh shit, that damage. Good game.
Excellent.
Have a good day. So what, wait, Flip, you heard them this time? You heard everything they said? Oh shit, there's a bug on my screen. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, it's still alive. Fuck off. Motherfucker, I'll kill you if you don't get the fuck out of here. Oh man, if you don't get off my damn screen. Got you little bastard. Holy shit, that's one interesting name. Royal Smash Dog 81 / Bella the Dog. That's quite a mouthful. I assume that was the case mostly because of their accent. Couldn't really quite place what it was, but it definitely sounded foreign. Captain Thordic. That's both funny yet terrifying. Just to let you know, I'm streaming right now and I hope you don't mind. Oh shit, another reverse flash. What happened to my loadouts? The fuck? Oh well. I forgot that was an overhead. Man, you teabagging me. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Man, I forgot I did that. More, more teabags than Lipton. Just be like Sub-Zero or Swamp Thing. Instead of trying to fight every battle against every knucklehead I come across, just be at home, just chilling. But considering the type of character Swamp Thing is, that's usually what Swamp Thing does in most of his comics. If someone doesn't come to his doorstep bringing any of that bullshit, he's usually just at home chilling with his wife, Abby Arcane. Or Holland. I don't think there's a lot of people who know that about Swamp Thing. He's like Guile from Street Fighter. He's a family man. Oh, I do have the other gear that goes with this. You know, the God shader will look so much better on Sub-Zero if instead of yellow, the yellow parts were actually white. Let's see, Cryomancer, Cold Killer. Oh, the one thing I find funny about Sub-Zero is that anytime someone calls him a ninja, he's all like, I'm a Lin Kuei, not a ninja. Or he'll be like, the Lin Kuei are not ninjas. I remember he said that to Cassie when she called him a ninja, and she was like, then why do you dress like one? Which is a pretty good question. Like, if they're not ninjas, then why dress looking like them? I'll worry about that later. I gotta say, for all the official gear sets she has, this one's my favorite. Still wish she had an alternate skin that made her look exactly like Priscilla Rich. It's almost like as if DC's trying to make people forget about the original Cheetah, or any of the other Cheetahs besides Minerva. From Priscilla Rich to her niece Deborah Domain, and that one and only male Cheetah, what was his name? Oh yeah, Sebastian Calistros, whatever. And I remember, unlike the other Cheetahs, Sebastian, he was only Cheetah for, I think about a year, or was it less than a year? No, I think it was about a year. Damn! They declined as soon as their name came up. So let's see, what's tomorrow? Saturday? Well, technically today is Saturday. It is 3:59 in the morning. So I think it's about it that sometime I'll finally stream not Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil. Oh, just to let you know, I'm live streaming. In case I start talking so much. What the heck? Ah, I forgot I got rid of all the loadouts. God damn it. For whatever reason, Kryptonians and New Gods don't get along so well. Wait, hold on. Flip, what you mean Kryptonians are stuck up? Compared to New Gods? I don't think so.
In your face.
Well, Supergirl's definitely very stuck up. I hate that damn spaceport move. Don't you run from me? Yeah, you teabagging me. Haha, superior eye blast. Oh yeah, man, Kryptonians are OP as fuck. Like I said, between Kryptonians, Speed Force conduits, and champions of the Wizard, I'd rather be a champion of the Wizard. Just be able to turn that power off and on when I need it. Kind of like with Power Rangers, only better. And I don't have to do any stupid poses. Which kind of makes me think of the Pride Troopers from Dragon Ball Super. Although honestly, they're more Super Sentai than Power Rangers, at least from the kind of vibe I get. Like Super Sentai, but without any helmets. It's like the only thing the Pride Troopers, yeah, that's like the only thing they lack is any helmets. But they got the poses, the flashy explosions in the background, and they have Jiren, who is kind of like that sort of extra ranger, that sort of super edgy extra ranger, who doesn't really comply or work with the team. He's part of that group, kind of, sort of, but does mostly his own thing. So it's like while everyone else is there doing all of those crazy, stupid poses, wasting all that time, Jiren just stands there and he's like, I ain't doing no stupid poses. Yeah, y'all can pose all you want. I'm just wearing this costume. Of course, if I was anything like Jaren, I would have done the same thing. Oh, Chris, Tattoo, just to let you know I'm streaming. Yeah, I have not played Brainiac in weeks. Wow, that does terrible damage.
I know your thoughts. I got a hook hanging from
I'm surprised that worked. I really should just focus on getting Brainiac to level 30. Flip, what the heck is that supposed to even mean? I should really check my loadouts before starting a match.
To the goddess of the hunt.
I'll fillet you like a fish.
It's not over yet.
That's like one of the few times a down one on block into a command grab works. Shut up, Flip. Good game. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go play offline for a little bit and play Brainiac. Get him up to level, at least level 25. Let's see, Brainiac. God, shader isn't too bad on Brainiac, but at the same time, it's kind of boring on him. Professor Ivo's anti-Mazo virus has turned your special abilities against you. Well, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick restroom break and I'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, and I am back. Ah, it only took me 2 minutes. Good time. Now, I actually was just thinking about a dream. I remember talking about it before, this dream I had. And oh shit, now I'm thinking about wanting to play Metro. Wait, what time is it? 4:14. Yeah, I'll probably just stream Metro some other time. But I remember this dream. It was weird. It felt like something straight out of a action horror film or some type of game. It felt like Resident Evil in a way. But damn, was it not awesome. I'm just trying to remember because I remember how it went. I'm just trying to figure out how to describe the location we were in. Hold on, let me finish this match first. Okay, so I don't know how we got to this location, but it was me and some of my friends, and it's like we were all dressed up like we was like part of some kind of mercenary or paramilitary group, like Black Ops or something like that, because we weren't dressed up like typical military, more like more like kind of like those kind of teams you see where they're part of the military, but they're more what they call that sort of black ops or something like that. Sort of like private team that does the kind of missions that normal military people that don't do. So anyways, we were dressed like that. But damn it. And like I said, I don't know how we got to this location, but all I know is just we were just there. It was like some kind of area that looked like the entrance or the area immediately after we entered the building. It looked like the inside of a warehouse. And as we came inside, there were like, the room was divided. There was like 4 pools in the corner of each room. It wasn't like a huge room or anything. And I remember one of my friends saying that to get to our location, we'd have to get through the water since the place was flooded. And so after we go swimming underwater for a while, then after a while we end up in this place that's basically like somewhere underground. We just don't know how far it was from civilization. But we got inside, almost looked like the inside of a huge air vent or air ducts. Damn, it's kind of hard to concentrate on this game until this stream I had. Anyways, like anyone who's seen any of my live streams when I play the Metro games would know what I'm talking about. It's like what the location looks like. It kind of looked like the inside of one of the tunnels from the Metro games. Like Flip, you definitely know what I'm talking about as far as what the place would kind of look like. Damn. AI is really determined to get me in this game. Yeah, this is unnecessarily difficult. Okay, so you got an idea. So I got only 3 gold mother boxes. Hey, fuck that. Oh, I did not mean to pick that one. So anyways, like I said, the area we entered in, it was kind of like the tunnels from Metro Last Light. Only it was a little even more cramped than that. Cause it was somewhere underground, but it was pretty dark. Like the room was lit, but barely. And it had a sort of like green tint to it from whatever lights we had. We don't know. I don't think we knew where exactly the lights were coming from since we had our flashlights, but the room was sort of dimly lit with a sort of green tint to it. Definitely pretty ominous. And all I know is that besides us, there was things crawling around like much further in the tunnels, further up ahead from where we were. And the tunnels, they were almost like a maze. And on the walls were like air ducts, and occasionally we would see like tiny spiders. But most of the spiders we saw crawling around, like anyone who's ever seen or know what are they called? Camel spiders? Like the kind of spiders that they have in the Middle East. Like if you look up a picture of camel spiders, these spiders in my dream were designed like that. Only they had like their bodies were more of a gray color, kind of like a tarantula. Shut up, Flip. Then again, with the way this dream was, I wouldn't be surprised if these spiders were somehow created by Cthulhu or related to him somehow. But anyways, there was like giant spiders. They had the body of a camel spider, but their bodies were gray colored like a tarantula. And I think their bodies were even longer than a camel spider's. Now, normally, the moment I see a giant spider in my dream, I immediately wake up. But for whatever reason, in this dream, I didn't. And I think at some point, my dream kind of fast forward from there. And I think either my team got separated or some of them got killed off, because it was just me and one other person. And we were using our handguns. Like, I don't know why I was using them weak ass handguns when I had other guns on me. But we were using handguns, and those handguns weren't doing shit. Like, the bullets from the handguns were literally just bouncing off the spiders, right off their skin, like it was nothing. I know, it's like, that's like the kind of dream or nightmare where I'm guaranteed to wake up almost immediately. Because as I said, usually when I have a nightmare and there's a giant spider that appears, I almost immediately wake up, like almost instantly. But for whatever reason in this dream, I didn't. Instead of waking up immediately, I was still asleep, still having this weird dream / nightmare. And like I said, for the spiders, our bullets, because for some reason we decided to rely mainly on our handguns instead of anything else, was just bouncing off of their skin. Like they were just bulletproof. You know, when I first got this game, I didn't expect Brainiac to be so fun to play. You know what's scary as fuck about nightmares like that, Flip, is that you know full well something like that can happen in real life if you're not careful. That's why I don't go in the oceans. Oceans, big bodies of water, fuck that. I'll just be at home chilling. Of course, I haven't been swimming in years, but if I ever do go swimming again, it's gonna be in a swimming pool somewhere in the backyard. And I am in a big swimming pool, like one of those small little kiddie pools that usually that parents would buy for little kids. I just be sitting in that thing, just soaking up the water. That's why I subscribe to the saying, fuck the ocean. Yeah, exactly. And what's also scary is knowing full well, considering how we barely scratched the surface of ocean life compared to, now, what did they say? I think they said only, even with how much of the ocean or the earth that we know of, I think they said it's like we've only discovered like, or we've only seen, I think about 7 or 17% of the not just the ocean, but the water overall, water life in general, something like that. I know, isn't that the creepy thing about it? How we are able to learn more about space than we've yet to be able to discover about the oceans. And it's like the thought of what we might find in our own oceans and our own big bodies of water is kind of creepy. Like some people try to deny how they're like, oh, those giant monsters you see in those kind of films living underwater, it's just in movies. I'm like, man, we don't even know that. Like there's truly no knowing for sure at the moment what else lies underwater. Man, for all we know, Cthulhu could be living at the bottom of the water for all we know. And hey, as far as I'm concerned, he could stay underwater. Whether it's new gods like, whether it's new gods or old ones or ancient ones like Cthulhu. Let's see, Cthulhu, Yggdrasil, what was it? Quithoth, something like that. Of course, giant squids are real, and for all we know, there could be creatures underwater that are so huge they make giant squids look like pipsqueaks. Now I don't know that for sure, but there's always that possibility, and that's why I say, fuck the ocean. I ain't going down there. It's like if you want me to go with y'all to the beach, then yeah, I'll stay on the beach. Or just stay on the boardwalk near the beach, but I ain't going in that damn water. Yeah, just look out for the crazy cannibalistic mountain people. Or Sasquatch. Remember, Flip, the hills have eyes. Monster mountains, fuck ocean monsters. Yeah, at least with mountain monsters, you're on land. You have an easier chance of getting away and running away, or driving away. In the ocean, you could barely move at all. Wendigos, fuck that. That's why I stay in the city. You know, most cryptids that you hear of usually live in more remote areas of the world where there's not as much civilization. That's why, sure, it's loud and sometimes heavily polluted, and there's all the crazy shit that goes on in cities. But I'm like, the idea of living in the countryside, away from civilization, it's like, it sounds appealing, but knowing the kinds of other dangers that are definitely out there.
Your pain brings no pleasure.
Yeah, sewer cryptids. That's why I don't be going underground in no damn sewers. I'll be all like, man, I ain't going into no damn sewer. There could be lizard men in them sewers. Wait, what's the name of that one flying move he has? With that not flying, but that diving kick he has. Humanoid dive. Humanoid, what the hell? That's a weird name for a dive kick. It's kind of funny how, like, with Kung Lao, his special move, his dive kick, instead of it being some kind of complicated command, like in most fighting games I play, it's just down. I think it's either down 4 or down 3, and it's, excuse me, it's literally just dive kick. No fancy name or nothing, just dive kick.
That man's trust in you defies logic.
But mine's hard to find.
His search is not over.
Everyone's surprised by Batman trusting Harley Quinn. I would be too. Now, as far as cryptids in the city, I don't know. You could probably have to worry about other stuff like werewolves or vampires, but I don't know what it. Vampires themselves can be pretty inconsistent when it comes to the mythology of vampires. like some lores and some works of fiction, vampires cannot go out during the daylight because of the sun. And some, like in Bram Stoker's novel Dracula, vampires could indeed go out in the sunlight. It's just that let's see, in Bram Stoker's Dracula, vampires could go out during the daylight. It's just that they're usually weaker in the sunlight compared to at night. Whereas in other fictions, vampires could go out during the daylight and the sun wouldn't affect them. It's just that most of them are naturally, like, they just prefer the nightlife. It's a little cold in here. I have to turn the heater on.
I have millennia of experience to draw from.
Shut up, Flip. Remember, any vampires who sparkle in the sunlight are not vampires. They're fairies. Fuck the Vampire Diaries. I remember watching the first Vampire Diaries film, and I gotta say, the first Vampire Diaries film, that one was interesting, but
I submit to no one.
it's like, as far as I never read the novels, but with the films, the first one was good, but it was like from the second one onwards, the series just started going downhill. Like, I just lost interest. It's like, I've seen quite a few movies where they're supposed to be like this sort of teen drama, but that was like the first one I saw that was like teen drama mixed with vampire, but done in a way that was, like I said, decent. And most teen dramas I don't really watch at all because I'm just not really into them. But that one, it wasn't really... What was the girl's name? Isabel, Elizabeth, Bella, whatever the fuck her name was. It's like the story kind of focuses on her as she gets to know Ed, or Edward. But, shut up, Flip. But like I said, it wasn't like all those typical, like those other teen drama films that focus on the female. It was... I don't know, it kind of avoided some of the more boring stereotypes in drama films. It wasn't like your average high school drama. I don't know however else I can describe it, but like I said, it wasn't a bad film. But like I said, the second one onwards, like from when they introduced Jacob, I just lost interest in the series. All right, almost level 25. And I think it took only over 7 or 8 opponents to get this far.
Arrogance cost you Atlantis.
I will wrest it back from you.
You are powerless against me.
Brainiac does have a point.
So little accomplished.
Damn, microphone. You know, that dream I talked about earlier when I said the setting was like something out of that setting was something like straight out of Metro. I remember a similar dream I had before that one where it was like something like the Metro, but it was definitely more like like the sewers, and the area, it was lit, only the lighting was green. But the weird thing is like it was a much brighter shade of green, to the point where we could easily see much more clearly in there, where we wouldn't need any flashlights. Only it was like just me and one person, and everyone else who was with me in my group, we were all communicating through walkie-talkies, but it was only like one other person I was with in the area we were going through. And this place was also a bit flooded, but instead of giant spiders, it was xenomorphs. Of course, the xenomorphs, they in this dream, unlike in the movies where like the second film where they were attacking huge hordes, it was like only a small group of xenomorphs that came after us this time. It was like what, 5 or 6 of them, if I remember.
Why come to this universe?
I seek allies against Shinnok.
Little good it will do you.
Brainiac don't know Shinnok very well. Well, actually, I should say he doesn't know Raiden very well, considering the number of times Raiden has been able to defeat Shinnok just with Earthrealm heroes alone, or warriors. I did not mean to jump.
Your pain brings no pleasure.
What I like about Brainiac in this game is that even though he usually spends most of his time attacking planets and adding them to his collection, whole civilizations, he fights in this game like someone who's definitely an experienced combatant. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Brainiac normally spends even less time ever engaging anyone in battle compared to even Darkseid. But he fights even more like a experienced veteran than even Superman. Which by all means is kind of embarrassing. Superman should add more variety in his attacks than relying mainly on punches. A few kicks wouldn't hurt. I remember some people were messing around, like joking around, acting surprised where in Batman, what was it, Superman, Shazam, Return of Black Adam, and that little DC short film, Superman, at least at one point, when he fights Black Adam, he actually does a kick. He misses, but hey, at least he actually goes for a kick.
So little accomplished. Next one's got your name on it. You will die by other means.
Part of me wishes I was playing Resident Evil 2 right now. The original, not the remake. And Resident Evil 3. Yeah, some Skittles probably would sound good right now.
Your pain brings no pleasure.
Skittles. Taste the rainbow, bitch. You know, I still remember that one episode of Robot Chicken that I can't remember the guy's name, but when he and the corporation who was working for found out some guy was illegally dumping sludge in. He was illegally dumping sludge somewhere, and the first comment he makes was, "That burns my ass." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And they're like, "There's nothing we can do about it." And he said, "Maybe nothing we can do, but it certainly sounds like a job for Captain Planet." And you just see him in the restroom in the building, just getting ready by putting on body paint, constantly going Captain Planet over and over again. The funny part about that scene was when a guy comes into the restroom, sees what he's doing, but instead of saying anything or making any kind of reaction, he just closes the door and just leaves. Which I think almost anyone who would walk in and see that would do that. But my favorite part was at the very end, where after he has the guy sign the contract agreeing to no longer dump any sludge into what was it, the Grand Canyon, he just drops the guy, shouting out Captain Planet, and after the guy dies from falling so high. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, you just see his head floating around one of those weird backgrounds, like one of those like 80s superhero cartoon sort of backgrounds they have with all the colors flashing in some kind of circle. I think it was something like that. I don't know, it was a long time when I saw this episode. And he just goes, "Captain Planet, protect the planet or I'll fucking kill you."
Your madness stops here.
I take what is mine.
I think the funny thing about that last line, how he literally says, "Protect the planet or I'll fucking kill you," like that, is that sometimes I've said that when playing online in this game as Swamp Thing. Where it'd be all like, "Swamp Thing, protect the grain or I'll fucking kill you." Which, if Swamp Thing was a bit more violent and aggressive in his pursuit of protecting the green, you know full well that's exactly something he would say. Protect the green or I swear I'll kill you. Or I'll fucking kill you. Hey, this costume or this loadout Fate doesn't have the that weird symbol that he normally has on his chest. What do they call it? An Ankh symbol? Something like that.
Your pain brings no pleasure. Your fall is imminent. My strategy eludes you.
Well, that took long enough. Oh, Superman. I feel like with the story mode in this game, Supergirl should have been the one that had the final battle against Brainiac instead of Batman. It just would have made a whole lot more sense. I feel like she doesn't even really do enough or have any significant battles in Injustice 2.
Well of Krypton.
Here I'm Superman.
A better oxymoron I have not heard.
I forget, what the hell's an oxymoron supposed to be again? Alright, I had to get back online. It's still one of my favorite things to do when playing online, where I would finish the opponent off with Swamp Thing's command grab with one of his specific follow-ups, just shouting out "It's over" right before I beat them. It's always funny to do that. The funny thing is the whole thing with me constantly doing that sometimes. The way I where I got that line was from, I can't remember whose YouTube channel it was, but it was some guy playing multiplayer in, it was one of the Grand Theft Auto games. Hey, in Grand Theft Auto 5, it was him and a few other people playing together, and one of those people playing was actually T-Pain. And every time right before T-Pain would kill someone, usually he would kill most of the other players by running them over in a car, and he would shout out "It's over" like pretty loud and super fast right before hitting them. And I remember I started doing that myself just because I thought it was just so damn funny. Of course, what sucks is that usually when I play Injustice online and whenever I live stream it, I do it at night, so I can't be too loud. I think there's like one loadout for something left that I have yet to complete. Yeah, it's this one. I need the branches of White Lantern energy. I can understand that it wouldn't be any fun. As far as like earning gear, it wouldn't be fun if you could just earn it so easily. Rather be, you know, well, I don't think a week is too short of a time to earn gear, but like, as long as it's taking me to earn almost any kind of gear for any specific loadout that I'm trying to complete. With Swamp Thing, it's just one gear I need left for one last gear for one last loadout. And I'll have all of his loadouts completed. Which definitely I cannot say the same for other characters' loadouts. I think the only other character like that is, wait, I think I have every loadout for every gear for every loadout for Black Adam, I think. But I'm not too sure. I'd have to check. But I've been hearing people talking shit about Mortal Kombat 11, saying that the game is terrible because of the grind you have to go through to get gear. And I'm like, the game just came out like, what, earlier this week, or was it today? So, to let you know, I'm live streaming right now. Where the fuck are all my loadouts? Ah, damn.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
I judge you by the...
Okay, I had to leave because there was this weird, annoying whistling sound I kept hearing. I don't know what the hell that was, but damn, it was annoying. Now, what was I saying about MK11? Oh yeah, you heard that too, Flip? Yeah, I just had to leave. But anyways, with MK11, I'm like, the game has only been out for like 1 day or two, and people are already complaining, saying how, oh, the grind is taking too long. I'm like, game hasn't even been out for a week. And y'all saying the game's horrible just because of how long it's taking to earn items. Oh, I should probably just mention I'm live streaming right now, in case you hear me talking a lot. Well, that was weird. Damn, spaceport.
You are lost in the weeds.
Now you're asking for it.
Ah, dang it. Well, at least I'm earning guild points. Damn, look at that damage. Oh crap. See you later, Flip.
You gotta want it more.
Guys, you are better shoot.
Haha. All right, time for the tiebreaker.
what you have sown.
Fastest man alive.
It's over. Okay, now it's over. All right, good game. All right, one more opponent and I'm going to bed. Well, actually, if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to play a ranked set. That'd probably be a good way to end more of these live streams in Injustice 2. Just play a ranked set. Let that be the official last match that I play. Or last set of matches. I like how they had it for Injustice 2. For when you play ranked, it's played in sets. First to win 2 or 3 matches. I like that. Ah, fellow grappler. This should be interesting. Damn!
You will receive no mercy.
Wow, that was terrible. Nice one.
more work to be done.
Well, good game. It's weird how I always have very little confidence when playing against anyone online with Swamp Thing. But I always do so well with him. Then I go to someone who's supposed to be faster or overall better than him, yet I do worse. It goes to show that you shouldn't rely on tier list alone. Like, ultimately, it does truly come down to player skill. Because, yeah, I said this earlier, that I put more time and effort into Swamp Thing than I do to any other character. Even other grapplers like Hellboy, Bane, and Cheetah. Of course, I've only been playing Hellboy for like, what, the beginning of this week or last week, when I finally bought the Ultimate Edition pack. Yeah, I just realized I could finally buy that premiere skin for Flash for Jay Garrick. Oh, come on. You know, it's too bad there's no shader for Swamp Thing that turns his body a either light blue or dark blue shade. That would have been awesome. And pink. There's nothing wrong with pink. No, just play this person. Give me someone else. Actually, let me check my customization. Blue boy. Gold Beetleborg. Man, I enjoyed watching Beetleborgs. It sucks the way they ended that series without giving it like a proper ending. Because I remember me and a couple of my friends, we were so into Beetleborgs. Sometimes we would like mimic the characters and the three main characters, those three kids. Like the hand movements they would use to activate their powers. We used to do that sometimes, just because it was just so cool. But I hate the fact that they decided to let it end on a cliffhanger, of all things. Yeah, with all this gear customization they have for Blue Beetle, So he looks pretty cool in the comics and some of the TV shows he's been in, but not that much. It's like, I understand he's called Blue Beetle because of that scarab he has, but I'm like, you'd think with a name like Blue Beetle, his costume, especially his helmet, would have a more of an actual beetle sort of theme to it. Like something like this, or where's that other one? Or something like this. Or this. So, a bit of a missed opportunity right there. Wait, was Beetleborg's one word or two? Nah, it never, doesn't matter. Like, if I had to choose between being a Power Ranger or being a Beetleborg, I would still definitely be a Beetleborg. Okay, now it feels like I just wasted my time doing all that. No, I'm gonna go into this last ranked set with Swamp Thing. Mel Jetson. That's an interesting name. Ah, my neck. Starting to see a resurgence in Robin players now. Hey, I was watching that. Oh man, I hate when this happens. Yeah, screw this. Even if I was gonna win, it's not worth it if that keeps happening. Damn, and connectivity issues. I gotta say, I'm surprised with Dragon Ball Fighters how rare it is to get bad connection with opponents. The only time it consistently happens having bad connectivity is when playing in party matches. But that's because it's not like just you and one person you're playing against. That's like 6 people all playing against each other from wherever parts of the world. So that's actually no surprise if you consistently get connection loss. But for the most part, when playing online, whether if it's in lobbies of any sorts or ranked matches or casual matches, yeah, it's rare for me to get connection problems. It's only happened, I think, once. It has to be either once or twice total that has happened where I'm playing against someone online and there's this whole lag issue. I remember it used to happen a lot back in when I used to play Street Fighter 5. Of course, I don't play Street Fighter 5 as much as I used to. But when I do, it's not as much lag or frame skipping. Come on, man. Alright, let's try this again. So here's to hoping that when I get MK11 and when I get into that game, hopefully it'll be the same thing with Injustice 2, where there's not too much connection problems. Sheesh, everyone who was playing online decided to go to bed or something? I should be going to bed right now anyways. Damn, just one last ring set, that's all I wanted. I think out of all the fighting games I played online, I think it's definitely. Wait, what game was it? I actually forgot just now. Oh yeah, Street Fighter 5. It tends to take me the least amount of time finding opponents to play against. That's because unlike the other fighting games, in addition, let's see, Street Fighter 5 has, what's it called? Oh yeah, fight request. Where the search engine will look for opponents for you to fight against online while you're in other modes like arcade, arcade or other modes. Too bad other fighting games don't have that. So that's why I'm able to find matches more consistently.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to a chat. I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, you're relaxed. Sorry, I wasn't waiting for you to choose. I was just looking at your colors. Swamp Thing. Who's looking at which? No, I won't see him if we go to that arena. Oh no. That's not good. Already rented.
Man, I wish being on this stage automatically gave Swamp Thing an advantage. Of course, they would probably would have had that shit patched or nerfed or something. Too many people would have complained about that.
No, I'm just joking.
I know you're messing around. I'm just saying, like, other people would have joked about that.
Yeah. No, it's not even that. But
of course, they kind of do that for Brainiac with him as the final boss. Holy shit! Look at the damage.
what?
I said, look at that damage.
Oh, let me change the armor. I'll change it.
No, it's not a complaint. I was just messing around, but
No,
I was saying, like,
I'll change it.
like how some characters have stages that they're related to, like Batman and almost every other Batman related character in Gotham, or Superman and the Fortress of Solitude. What was it? Brainiac kind of has that as the final boss.
Yeah, this is equivalent to 300.
Like I say, you don't have to change the loadout. I was just noticing how it wasn't until I almost lost that I realized how fast I was losing. Because basically,
I know how it is.
yeah, basically I was distracting myself.
I don't like playing. I like competitive mode. I can play with you all day, but on competitive mode, I don't like when it comes to
Competitive mode. Usually, it's like if I want to play without like any gear on, that's why I just go to a ranked match or ranked set.
I like this thing.
Oh, come on, man. Us guys in green gotta stick together.
You got that right. Oh, so you always do that jumping. Okay, so that's your...
Yeah, now go get a haircut.
I like that. It's cool. I like that. Okay, your distance is so good as well. Ooh. I like this. I like it. Ooh.
It's over.
Oh, it's fun. I like it. I know it's meant to be. So we need better balance. I need to position myself properly.
I just realized this is a tiebreaker match right here.
Feels good to be back. damn sure tried.
Damn, toe tap.
Huh?
It's a joke I
You
just
wanna
came up
play
with.
competitive mode? It's up to you. I don't mind. And I have these guys. Aquaman is my strongest player. He's very strong, actually.
Hey, I'm fine without competitive mode. I mean, that's the whole reason why I play casual. I just do casual player matches so I can play without the whole competitive mode thing.
Oh, yeah. You can play. It's just up to the way you want to. I don't mind. The only thing is I don't have a week. Yeah, this is my week Aquaman.
Well, all I know is this is gonna have to be the last match, and after that I'm gonna have to go.
What?
I said this is gonna be the last match, then I'm going after this, or leaving after this.
Yeah, no.
Then I'll spear you.
All right, good game.
Yeah, man, thanks, that's it. Looking forward to my YouTube.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, see.
Man, there was a combo I wanted to practice, but that guy's defense was too good. Oh right, sure. Turn on competitive mode. Let's see how much damage his combos do without, or how much damage they do naturally. Actually, I'm not really liking this shader on him. I'll have to change that. $328. Not bad. $350, but also 2 bars. $260. All right, this one has more. This has more startup, or damage for more startup. Let's see, 178, 150. Let's see, that was 200. So wait, using down 1, it does more damage? Probably because of damage scaling. Not to mention, it's actually easy to land. See, that was 181. $182. Weird. Man, there's some combos here I haven't done in a long time. Oh, that was almost 300. $309. 411. I really wish they changed the command for the anti-air version of his vine grab. Let's see. Far, very far, close. Like, it's hard for me to get it consistently. That's why I can't really use it as an anti-air that often. Like, you have to do the motion and then press up as quick as possible. That's why I usually use his stand 1 or his forward 3 as an anti-air. I remember I used to use this more often. Man, I said before about the idea of doing like a full-on guide for Swamp Thing. And maybe a few others like Bane. But like I said, I think at this point, I don't know if anyone would be interested. But then again, most videos I do is mainly for fun, so probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's see. Biofishing, Bayou Bash. Oh right, I have competitive mode on. Boy, I don't know why I would want to do that. Activating Abigail's garden and then making it suddenly stop growing. Unless it uses less meter. Yeah, I think it actually drains faster if you just activate it regularly. Yeah, it does drain a lot slower. Maybe sometime later on today I'll probably do something like that. A whole live stream dedicated to Swamp Thing. Man, the fact that it's so difficult to to combo into his super and juggle combo since it hits so low. Hey, it is so low, right? Like, it hits low, but because of how low it hits to the ground, I might as well just make it, should have just made it unblockable. An unblockable super. I mean, Swamp Thing's supposed to be a grappler. Why not give him, like, he has his vine grab and his green thumb as unblockables. They could super an unblockable as well. Damn, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay, 300. Okay, that's how much it does on its own, the whole combo. You know, that part where they get uppercutted, well, they already take damage from that part, but the part where you see them being uppercutted, through, like that part where they break through the ground, or above ground, that should also do a little damage. Like every part where they're shown impacted against something, and almost any kind of super should be damage they do. Kind of like with Atrocitus, his super is like only 4 hits. It should be way more hits than that. Even though it probably wouldn't affect the damage as much, but I don't know, it would have been a lot cooler if it was more than 4 hits. And that's what I was saying about his up fighting grab a long while ago. Like, instead of making it down, forward, 1, up, like, they should just change it. So, actually, instead of down, forward, 1, then up as fast as possible, make up vine grab, down, back 1, and change the log kick to a different command. Like, there's no command for down, forward, 3. Now, down, back 3 will get you this move right here. So that's down, back 3. So, like, down, forward 3, instead of down, back 1, which is log kick, make his log kick, make that down, forward 3. And make down, forward 1 instead be the motion for his up vine grab. He's like, I can only get it consistently in combos. But that's all I have for this stream. Wait, I want to do one last combo. Damn it. Cool. Alright, now that's going to be the end of it. Hey, someone from the guild. Let's see what we have here. 15 hours. One day ago. Any member that doesn't contribute to this stage doesn't belong in this guild, especially if you didn't help with the previous 2 stages. Holy, after hours and hours, I finally had the Staff of Grace and the legendary sword. The Demon Child's deadly blade. 8 more needed for control tower. Hello, 6 more. Kicked 10 plus members for not contributing to previous stage. We'll kick 3 plus for not contributing this stage. One more chance. Fuck yeah. Make room for more active players. I sadly have no level 30 for this stage. We'll try to farm 1. Where am I at? Oh, here I am. Holy shit. They are not playing around here. Let's see. Wait, what does GP stand for again? Game points? I think that's what it stands for. So, lifetime. 4,193 GP. 725 weekly GP. 500 GP daily. Yeah, so at least I know I'm for a fact contributing. Oh, it's definitely way more than this person right here. And definitely way more than this person. That's why ultimately I had to just I ended up disbanding my own guild. Because there just wasn't enough people contributing. And people were coming and going in my guild way more often than I liked. So I said to myself, what's the point of having a guild if no one's going to contribute? There we go. That's good enough. Alright, now I'm finally going to end this stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. So long. Oh, here it is.